Let me get something straight real quick for y'all, man. What's the word? Sitting back chilling, man. Y'all know what it is. If y'all new to the channel, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, so you know when I'm up here. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna check a few things, man. Let me check a few things. Hold up, y'all. I wanna make sure that light ain't blinding y'all, man. I can see it. Make sure we do this right. That's better. Get this right, y'all. Get this right. But yeah, today was a crazy day. Crazy day, man. Crazy day. My phone been going off the hook. My phone been going off the hook. You know, the Cam Capone situation going on with Dame Dash. I guess they one of the a new interview that Cam Capone got out with Dame speaking on the Azie Faison situation. And a lot of people is confused, like, why is he talking about AZ? And I'm like, I don't know either. Like, what AZ got to do with anything? Some people thinking, is he trying to tarnish the paid in full situation because 50 Cent Cameron is doing it? Did him and A get into something, or uh did did somebody asked him something about AZ, even though Cam Capone asked him about it, but Cam Capone acting like he said, like he saw something or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure what happened. I don't know what it was all about. Bro Williams, what up? You said last joint you was on, you said something is wrong with your channel. On my end, you may be right. You can see me now? I just blocked the light out in the back. I ain't turned my light off. I wanted to keep the light on. I'm upstairs in the other room. You can hear it. It's better now. Hopefully it's better now, bro. I don't know what's been going on with my channel, man. I need all this information. It's better now? Okay. That's what's up. LaMel Prince, peace from Brooklyn. What up? So yeah, man, my phone been blowing up about the interview that Dame just did with the Cam Capone dude, and speaking about AZ Faison, the writer of Paid in Full, the movie. It was called Trapped. When he first wrote it, the logo was a cross with Jesus hanging on it. I remember when he first finished it and got the logos together and all that back then, and just let me read some of it, letting a lot of people read it. You know what I'm saying? LaMel Prince said, here's the $1 million question. Why wait till now to bring up AZ name now? That's what's the confusing part, man. Like, what A got to do with anything that's going on? Like it's confusing. And just what's crazy is when he start the interview off, he says, well, for number one, Boosie brought AZ down to my gallery downtown Manhattan. I'm like, what? That got to do with any what? Like, what is going on? So I'm like, but what? That the $1 million question is, yeah, what is it? You know what I'm saying? About talking about that. Now, I want everybody to get this don't get this twisted. I'm not up here dissing Dame Dash. That's my bro, my bro, but I'm here to pull Dame's coat with a lot of things, so he could get, the understanding of things a little better. Which that's my bro. He could have called me, and if he needed to know something, he could have called me, because he's saying that the Bolden brother, the Timmons dude, the ones that was in that house with the Kevin nigga that shot up the people. Somebody he knew that knew them called and told him that Azie took the stand on those guys or whatever, and he didn't know about it, and he found out later, which that confuses me. How you find out just like later? What's later? Just now or when I brought you to the office? So I'm gonna get into that later. So like I said, this ain't no diss to Dame Dash, because I ain't really with all that back and forth and dissing nobody and all that. Am I upset about him mentioning my name? Yeah, but not to the point where I'm gonna be disrespectful towards my bro. That ain't my style. I'm just saying, he could have just still told his story how he wanted to tell it. But I don't really care on that matter. It's just a lot of things that being said is needed to be corrected. Cause when when all this back and forth, and I don't get all this, man, y'all got this Harlem stuff looking crazy, man. And I ain't understanding like what is all that about. But anyway, so Azie is upset with it. I see Azie on the page saying he wanted it on. He was on somebody, one of the guys that posted it, the Dame Dash joint. If y'all didn't see it, matter of fact, I probably should show y'all that. But what Dame Dash said, it was on the Cam Capone joint with Dame. Hold on. Said about Azie. Hold on, Cam Capone joint. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Cam Capone. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all hear this joint real quick.
About the movie Paid in Full, man, I seen you post a clip about Azie from Paid in Full.
And this
He
is
called
Cam
you out
Capone
or
news.
called the movie
I'm
out
using this
saying he
under
didn't
fair
like how he
use.
was portrayed in the movie, and then you guys made him out to snitch.
Right.
Yeah. So number one, Bootsy brought Azie to my gallery in the Lower East Side, and Cam had just hit me and was telling me, pause, that Azie had been saying certain things. This was years ago. So when I saw him, I said, yo, if there's a problem or anything, I need you to tell me right now. He said, I ain't got no problem. All right, then we can move on, because he was showing me the Rich Porter script, which is really good. And I would want to make it, but I don't want. So what happened was.
So he said that when I brought him downtown, Azie downtown, to meet with him. So what happened was, A had a script for Rich Porter. He had the Rich Porter script written, and he was like, "Man, I'm about to sell this Rich Porter script to somebody." I'm like, "Well, shit, we'll take it down to Dame and see what Dame want to do." I said, "All right, well, I'll be in New York a couple days, and we'll do that." So anyway, I got the script to Dame through my brother Jay Black. Dame was reading the script, and he was like, "Yo, I like that joint, man. Maybe we could do something." So mind you, this had to be probably 2010, 2011, something like that, which is 10 years after the Paid in Full was already out. Before the Paid in Full was already out, people already knew about Azie taking a stand on those dudes and, things of that nature. Azie speaks about it himself, so it ain't no secret. And Azie went up today, went up on the page and said, yo, I want to have a debate with you. But he was on the next dude page saying it, but he, I guess he figured he's speaking to Dame, and hopefully that could get to Dame. So that was today. So mind you, now I'm gonna get back into the conversation. So 9 years later, after the Pay the Full movie is out, it's already a cult classic, whatever. So Azie trying to make some more moves and make some other things happen. And so long story short, Dame said he liked the script. He's like, oh yeah, I like that joint, man. I'm gonna holler, set up the meeting, man. Bring A down to my art gallery. So me and Jay Black set the meeting up. I told A what he said. He was like, all right, cool. We all get downtown into the art gallery, sit down and have the meeting. And they was chopping it up about a few things. I was letting them talk. I was just mostly walking around the gallery, looking at certain things and hollering at people, here and there, letting them have their little meeting of what they gonna do. Then pop back into the meeting. Had my homies with me, B-Pipe, B-Pipe, J Black. We go down there with Abe. So they had the meeting. So at the end, at the end of the meeting, Dame didn't tell A how he found out, but he told Cameron, yo, I'm about to have a meeting with AZ, man. He got to pay the full. He got he got the Rich Porter script. That joint is real good. I'm thinking about doing something with him. And Cam tell him, he's like, man, AZ was talking junk about how he ain't like the movie and all that. In the Fed magazine, or one of the magazines, or interview, A did say he didn't like how they did the movie and how they portrayed him to be telling on Alpo. And that didn't really happen. That wasn't the way he wanted that movie to be perceived to, the younger people and all of that. Because the name of the movie was Trap, and then they got the movie Paid in Full and changed the name. So anyway, Cam told Dame what A was saying, just in case Dame didn't hear about it. So Dame was like, man, I'm gonna just see what he's talking about anyway. So he had the meeting. Once the meeting was over, the part right here when he was saying, he asked AZ, did he have a problem with him or anything? So he asked AZ while we standing there, yo, you got a problem? He was like, all right, cool, let's do the business. And he was like, so do you got a problem with me, per se? And he was asking real gentleman-like. A was like, oh, nah, man, I ain't with none of that. He was like, nah, I'm asking you, do you got a problem with me? He was like, nah, I can't remember A exact words, but he was like, but nah, he didn't understand what Dame was asking him. I said, A, he asking you, do you have a problem with him personally? And that's all he trying to figure out. And he was like, nah, I ain't got no problem with you, man. All that is, it's a rap, whatever. He's like, all right, say no more. Dame put his hand out, shook the A hand. He's like, shit, let's do business. You got a deal, I'm with it. Let's roll. So he overlooked that. So I'm trying to figure, between the 9-year gap, after Pay the Full is already out and the streets already know that A was took the stand on the guys. How Dame didn't know. I'm trying to figure out how Dame didn't know. Yeah, salute, bro. You already know. Gotta speak these facts. And I'm just pulling Dame coat right now. I gotta pull his coat on this one because this is crazy. So after I bring A down, it's 9 years after the Pay the Full. The streets already know. The Pay the Full movie itself got the fake part written in where AZ, which is Ace, setting up Rico in there, meaning Ace set up Alpo. That never happened in real life ever. So it's a part where, it's a point where when he did not know about A wasn't or ever supposed to have took the stand, you know what I'm saying, on these guys. How you didn't know that? How? And you speaking about this now, previously. And what was the reason to even bring that up? There ain't nobody thinking about no AZ, nobody, none of that. All this stuff is going on is with Dame and Cameron back and forth. And 50 Cent for that matter, whatever. Good fellow, what up? So my point is, he's saying he didn't know. But how you didn't know, but yet still, this was going to be a second go round that you was going to do business with him once you shook his hand and said, yeah, I'm going to do business. So now, I'm going to let y'all hear why he say he didn't do the business with A. And then I'm going to tell y'all why the business didn't go on. After he tell y'all why the business didn't go on.
No, I sort of like detached from the street for a while. And I didn't know that AZ had told on the people that shot him. I didn't know that he testified against them. In the street, you're not supposed to do that. If you're a civilian, yes. But it's street rules. So you're supposed to get your get back, got to get it back in blood. So, and it also turned out some people that were close to me were cool with those people. So these are people I really respect. And they called me and was like, how you doing something with AZ? He's a rat, blah, 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 blah. Like, I get a lot of heat sometimes from, credible people that I consider and that I respect from the street. So I was like, all right, I had to put it in some way, pause, that it was like, I didn't say testify. I just said that I just had to do that. And that was and I didn't know it. So I had to do that because it was, I could I didn't, to me, AZ doing that from where I'm from does make him not right. But
so he said that some guys, he had to put it on hold or pause or whatever and all that because he wasn't in the street. He fell back from the street for a while. So he didn't know no streets business. I guess he wasn't hearing nothing from the streets no more. But still, if the guys called you to tell you that, you didn't have to be in the streets to hear street stuff. That's one thing, my G. You ain't got to be in the street to hear street stuff. That's one thing. And he didn't say he testified. I didn't understand what none of that meant. I didn't say he testified. Or he told. I wasn't understanding none of that. But basically, he heard something from some other guys that he respected in the street. So my thing is this: why mention my name at the beginning, but don't mention whoever these guys is that's supposed to told him this stuff? Why ain't mentioning their names also? Which I can't say I don't care, but I'm just wondering why mention my name in it. And I know A and I know him. Why don't put me in the middle and none of that is what's crazy. But still, if felt that was the need to get your point across, all right, cool. But why didn't he mention the other guys who called him that supposed to have called him and said, yo, you doing business with AZ? So I'm trying to figure, and then he said that's what made him put it on pause. I'm trying to figure, the project never got off the ground. They just had one meeting when we was down there. I brought A down there, and I had a meeting with him, did the meeting, and then after the meeting, he said, yeah, we're going to do the business. 9 years later, after Paid in Full was out, even before Paid in Full came out, people were saying that A took the stand on the people that shot him and killed the lady and the two ladies and our homeboy Charlie C in there. So after 9 years and Paid in Full as a co-classic, you never knew that that people were saying A took the stand, and not only that, you was about to do the deal with him. And what happened was, why the deal didn't go down is because A was used to doing advancements when they had the mob style group and all that. You know what I'm saying? So the next day he kept calling. The next day A tried calling him and asked him for some advancement money. I guess he was trying to negotiate a deal, like throw 10,000 up front. We're gonna do the movie, the script done. You ain't this. Dame called and was like, called my bro Jay Black and was like, yo man, he calling me, keep calling me and asking for 10,000 investment, man. I told him we gonna do the deal together, man. I didn't know I had to put no money up to him and all that. Bro Williams said conflict of interest and a lack of trust. Wow, homie, now you caught up in the middle. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that. And they ain't my dude. Love for it. I ain't up here trying to do the camera on and all that, but I will speak fast because everybody in my ear. Everybody in my ear. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so he kept saying A kept calling him and calling him. He said, "Yo, I gotta roll out. I gotta go to L.A." So he went to L.A. He said, "But I hit you when I land." And when he get to L.A., he hit my bro Jay Black up, and Black was like, and he tell Black, he said, "Yo, A still calling me, man, to do some advancement money and all that, man." He said, "Man, I ain't really with all that." And that's what made the deal didn't go through. He stopped calling A. So nobody didn't even do no movie. Nothing never came. No trailer was made. No nothing. How the streets and anybody would have known that you was doing a deal with A. Only one you told you was having a meeting with was Cameron. Now, you say like the streets, like these cats heard you doing another deal with AZ doing the Rich Porter story. It's impossible. How? How? When nothing happened, you ain't really start answering his calls no more. And at that point, shoot, it was left all alone. Now, after all this time, and out of the blue, I wake up niggas sending me Uncasa from Dipset, sending me the joint that he seen on Instagram with Dame saying this and put my name in it, and then a few other guys calling me, then 3 other females calling me. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Why? What? Like, wow. And I'm like, how that happened? And then, Dame speaks on the girl that was 13, that people were saying AZ was messing with a 13-year-old girl, this, that. Now, we got to look at this. People were saying that, but this girl never spoke out or nothing about saying A sexed her or anything. A was on the platform before and said that he didn't sex her. I don't know. I can't remember. But one thing I can say, that was never said out like he really sexed her or jaded her. Nobody never had no concrete evidence of that ever happening or whatever. But I do know of her, and that particular day, what happened when they all got shot in the house, and how she got shot is because A was ignoring her, and they was playing basketball game, Rich Porter and all of them. I was there. I was supposed to go with A to the house, and I didn't because they was playing basketball, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna ride around till y'all finish, and I'll be back. When I get back, when I do go back over there, me and my bro Keith Caesar, they was gone. I'm like, damn, I know where they at. They in the Bronx. I was gonna go to the Bronx, but I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm going home, man. So I didn't go. I woke up the next day hearing about it on the news. My mother woke me up. Yo, AZ on the news. They saying he shot up in the house. They about to bring him out. I'm like, Mom, stop playing. She's like, boy, wake up. That's how I found out about it. And thank God that I didn't go over there, because no telling what would have happened. You know what I'm saying? But, when I'm hearing the story, the girl jumped out of the car out there plotting on A to come. And he was with his homeboys, Charlie C, my boy Ricky Unos, and Calio, and Charlie C. He was one that passed away in the house. and Azie. It was just them five, and the girl come jumping out, Azie. Like, man, what you doing over here, man? Ah, dang, come on, man. And that's how she got in the house. She wasn't with him going there. She popped up on him. And see, that's the stuff that Dame didn't know. He could have called me and asked me. I'd have told you all this stuff beforehand, and you would have known. That's one thing. She didn't die because she running around in the house and they trying to pop everybody. They took everybody in the back room except A, making him wipe his face off because they was in there pistol whipping trying to make him open the door. But he wouldn't. I mean, open the safe, but he wouldn't. He told me to take him to get some big money. He said in his mind, he gonna let him get outside. They gotta kill him running because once he got outside, he gonna take off running. He know they was gonna kill him. So they start popping everybody, you know, taking them in the room, doing what they do. And the girl was running around. They couldn't hit her right. They got her, but they ain't hit her right. So they ain't hit a, you know, vital organ in her head. So she lived. But she didn't come there with him. What's good, kid? Analyze said, but A supposed to know what a 13-year-old looked like. He made Harlem look bad with that move. All the money in the world, he should have been chasing 13-year-olds. Dame was right. Well, I'm gonna break it down to you about that girl. That girl didn't look 13, and that's a fact. And anybody that know her tell you that. So ain't no, you know how 13-year-old look. She ain't look 13 at all. She was over the requirements of development. She was developed fully. And that's a fact. And her demeanor was grown. And hung out with the older women. All that. So that's a fact. So they didn't know what he was talking about that either. I've seen the girl, and I know how she looked. And I've seen her when she be with a little crew and all that. So, but I still don't know. So they ain't make Harlem look bad on that point. And this is another thing. They ain't open up a can of worms. You know how many big dogs back then was around my high school and all that? Picking girls up in the cars and them big boy toys. A lot of dudes. And they ain't been around some dudes that play with them young girls and he ain't say nothing then. And that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's other stories that could pick to tell and talk about. And this ain't here to protect nobody. I'm just saying, because of all the foolery that's going on right now, nobody don't need no more mockery of stuff that's going on with Harlem stuff that not even talked about. That's old now. Nobody even talking about it no more. What was the purpose of bringing it up? That's all I'm saying. Ron Buggs, what up? The purpose of bringing that up, it's already been brought up before. Cameron brought it up. What was the purpose of that, bringing it up? Like what? To show street points or y'all big in the streets? I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm just saying, mentioning all that stuff, like, and then not only that, you bringing up old stuff with people, families got killed in there, man. People don't want to keep hearing about that and then reminding them of their family members. So being a real dude and a real person, kind of respect that part of the situation, man. And not only that, I'm going to tell y'all how it all happened. So when A coming out on the stretcher, his sister was outside. It was Robin. God bless Robin. Not the one pie that was going with Kevin that set all this up. And A didn't even know the two brothers. That was some dudes from the Bronx. Nobody knew them two dudes. Period. So even if we was trying to go to war with them, we would never know who was who. It was just a rap anyway. But so she, when they brought him out in the stretcher, she bending over like, what happened? Who did this, man? So he told his sister while she leaning over on the stretcher, because he didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. So his sister spoke about who did it. They didn't know the other two dudes. He just said Kevin, man, Kevin. Pies Kevin. And I don't know exact words how he said it, but that's how that happened. Pies Kevin. And Pie is his sister. And so, the sister brought that to the light. And the sister came and told Rich Porter and Alpo and all of them. And 9 times out of 10, she's the one that told the police. Period. So so when we find out, I wake up the next day, I'm going to the block and see what's going on, and niggas is like, yo, Alpo seen Kevin that morning, and he told him, yo, man, A got shot up, man, come to the block, man, all of us going to get together to see what's going on. But he already knew he was trying to rock Kevin to sleep and get him down to the block. So niggas was waiting on the block, but he never came to the block. Niggas was like, man, we going to this nigga mama house. I done told this story before, but now, when you wake up old wounds, now I got to go back through the story again. I don't make this stuff up. I don't want to keep talking about this all the time, but it keep coming around and around and around. But anyway, so we on the block waiting. My brother Keith Caesar come, the one that was with me the night before. We was going to go to that house. Thank God I didn't go. And Keith, I'm like, I'm tired, man. I'm going to go to sleep. I'll just get with A and get that work from him tomorrow. And I gave my boy the car. He dropped me off. And anyway, we doing 3-2. So they like, man, this nigga ain't coming. He ain't, man. Let's go wait for him at his mother house. Me, Rich Porter, my boy Keith Caesar, one of Rich Porter's homeboys, go. We over there waiting in Lionel Hampton. If anybody know Harlem, and the bench is across the street. We in the benches across the street. Rich sitting in his car. Alpo keep riding through. Alpo come, yo, he came yet? Nah. All right, I'm riding back to 3-2, see if I see him. He ride, break over. We still out there waiting. Alpo come back. Yo, he ain't come yet, man. Nope. And so Alpo just rolling around the streets trying to see if he could see him. And he see him. We sitting there, everybody talking about, yo, man, niggas is like, man, this nigga ain't coming, man. We gonna go up there and unalive his moms, man. F that. Rich Porter was like, nah, man. That lady ain't got nothing to do with this. We're not doing nothing to that lady. So we was out there about 3 hours, man. Then I see Rich get on the phones from they had the big stupid cell phones. And I never knew this, but when I was going to do my Queen's Flip interview, I tell A I'm about to go do the Queen's Flip interview, man. He said he want to interview you. He was like, nah, man. But we started talking about the story. And I told him what I'm going to be telling them niggas, and about when he got shot up and all that. And long story short, I was talking about how we was outside waiting for them niggas, for that Kevin dude. And he was like, yeah, man, I remember that. I'm the one told Rich to tell y'all to fall back. I said, I never knew that. He said, yeah, nigga. And I was like, wow, so that's why Rich, because we didn't want to leave. We was out there 3 hours. We was still ready to stay. He was like, nah, man, the police sitting in there. They kept trying to ask me questions, wouldn't let me go to sleep and all that. And I had to get operation, all that. But, so at that point, I knew that, he really wasn't talking with them yet. But, I didn't know that's what made Rich tell us that we out. So we broke out. Because we was there waiting for him. He was going to get the business. And so my point to this whole situation is, Kevin, I guess, got a whiff of, nah, I ain't chancing none of that. Kevin went on the run and went to Pennsylvania and turned himself in Pennsylvania. Turned himself in. Guess when they shipped him back to New York for this stuff, he told on them 2 dudes. That's how the name, the Bolden brothers, the Timmons, and all that got out, because he told what happened. We used to have a payphone on my block. All in, we hang on the block. We used to have all our girls and whoever looking for us call the block and all that. That was our phone. Phone ring, I'm sitting on the corner just chilling. Phone ring normally, like it normally do. I don't know who called. I was gonna answer if it was one for one of the boys. Yo, the phone for you, man. Yo, the phone for you, whoever. Y'all know how it goes if you from New York. Y'all hang in your hoods. The phone answer, I know the Kevin voice. He's like, yo, let me speak to Junior. I'm like, who? Junior. In A house they call him Junior. He was messing with Pi. He used to be in the house with Pi, so he know A nickname in the house. Nobody, if you don't know, you ever be in the house, you don't know that. I used to be in the house all the time, chilling with Bull and with his sisters, and them. Those was like my sisters, AZ sisters, Ingrid and Julie and all of them. And Pi and them, they was the older ones to me. I was still a young boy at the time, the young brother to them. But anyway, so I'm like, Junior, who is this? So I'm listening, and I know I recognize the voice. He's like, no, don't worry about that, man. Tell Junior, man, yo, keep that incident in the street. I said, man, suck my, you know what, man. And hung up the phone. I knew who it was at that point. So, these are the things I could pull my bro Dame Dash coat on with certain things. And is, how you want to go into the telling. I'm trying to figure who's the homeboys that he know that was close to them dudes. Because they ain't really have a lot of friends that was close to them. They did a lot of dirt to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Even in jail, they was doing a lot of dirt to a lot of people. And that's a fact. But it's possible. But nobody knew about the project, the second project that was being done. Everybody knew about A supposed to took the stand and testified because his aunt and all of them got killed or unalive. And that was a one-bedroom house, so it wasn't like A was taking the girl up there sexing her, because Miss Joanne ain't play all that in her house. She get drunk, cussing and all that. When they got to the house, they was calling for her. Normally they should look out the window and throw the keys out. Joanne, yo. She ain't answering. Joanne. She still ain't answering. The keys come flying out the window. A laughing, man. She probably up there drunk. He get the keys and go in. They going in the building. Why Ricky and Calio didn't get in, wasn't pulled into the house when it happened, because they get to the elevator to go upstairs. A was like, damn, man, I need some bottles. I ain't even got no more bottles. So he sent Calio and Rick, gave them some money, sent them to the store to go get the bottles. And I got Rick telling the story on my podcast. I had to leave it private because he was a little too drunk, and I didn't want him to be all out of character saying the wrong things and all that. So I didn't bring him. I recorded this like last year and some change ago. I just never brought it out. Told him we'd redo it again. I think he don't even want to touch on that no more. He don't even want to touch on it no more. Is why I'm saying what I'm saying. So anyway, they go and get the bottles. They come back. They couldn't even get in the building. They waiting, ringing the bell. No answer, no answer. Nothing. When Rick said a dude came out. When the dude came out, they went in. They go upstairs, the door was cracked a little bit, and he couldn't see nothing. He was yelling, yo, hey, yo, Charlie, yo. They was like, they didn't want to go in. They knew something wasn't right. They walking back downstairs. They about to pay for him. Rick said, in his mind, should he call the police? But he like, damn, I know drugs and stuff in there, man, but something ain't right. He called the police, and the police went up in there and seen people lay it out. The ambulance, and that's how all of it started. The ambulance came and all that. And the ambulance, one of the people that was with the ambulance and stuff told Rick that if you wouldn't have called the police, AZ wouldn't have never made it. And that girl probably wouldn't have never made it neither. So Rick saved their lives. If it wasn't for Rick, it wouldn't have been no paid in full movie. So A made it out of that situation, and he wrote the movie. It's called Trapped. Got with Dame some kind of way through my home. Well, not some kind of way. I know I got with her. My homegirl that I plugged AZ with. Her name is Keisha. She do a lot of work. She used to work with Rockefeller and all of them down there in the office and everything. But she used to do stuff for me too. So I plugged her with A. And I get locked up and do my bid in Maryland. But she plugged A with and took A downtown and I guess introduced him to Dame. She want to tell her story too. So she took him to meet with Dame, and Dame got with A, and they bought the movie from AZ, and that's how the Pay the Full came about. If it wasn't for my little homie Rick, my little bro, calling the ambulance, it would never be a Pay the Full to this day. If my homegirl, me introducing her to A, took him down to meet Dame, Dame probably wouldn't have been the person who made Pay the Full. Mike would have came out as Trapped. He said he had a message to tell Trap. And see, it was about hustling. See, A was saying trap before even people down here in the South even made up the trap word. Trapping, trap house. That already was done. The logo was a cross with Jesus hanging on it. So, you know, that's all that in a nutshell how the story went. So, you know, what A did was take the stand about what happened to his aunt and them. Now, you know, I don't know about all these new street rules where you a street hustler, you ain't supposed to tell this and that. I mean, he got on the stand and he admits to all of that. My thing is, you know, most people that don't handle their battles in the street and they hustling, only thing we used to call, man, he's soft. He let that dude take his money. He let that dude do this to him, do that to him, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you consider him soft, and then other people will start taking and robbing from him and things of that nature. But a lot of people looked at it like it was crazy that the guys snuck in there and did that sucker move and they're supposed to be gangsters. Gangsters will always step the dudes to tell you, yo, if you getting this kind of money, I need this every week, every month. But anyway, he owns up to what he did. So anybody that does stuff like that, they gotta live with that. All the way down to Alpo really telling on people that did crimes with him, for him, all of the above. Like, that's crazy. But you gotta own up to that. And if you go own up to it, all right, that's what it is. But I don't know why this is keep being talked about and not said the correct way, should I say that? Because it's not being said the correct way. So I'm getting it to you the correct way. So now, with that being said, AZ now want to have a debate with Dame Dash and say he want to speak his mind about or whatever it may be. So I'm just saying, he got somebody to call me, and I'm gonna let y'all hear what AZ said. This happened today. Hey, what's good?
I'm trying to find out, man. I'm trying to find out. If only something like that, I would love to do a live. I'm depositing a live with that dude.
And y'all gotta excuse me. I was at the bank earlier, man. So y'all gonna hear a little bit, but just try to focus on what A's saying besides the backdrop stuff.
On that deposit. Right now, because I'm not with none of that foolishness that they doing, bro. Right. Back and forth. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Thank you. Right. You feel me? And the way you giving it up, it's straight lies to me, bro, about me. Right. You know what I mean? Right.
He said it's straight lies about him, how Dame was saying it and giving it up. Hold up.
We'll love to straighten that out. With him, not with nobody else, me and him or whoever that feels that way about me. Let's talk about it, man. know she was coming over there at all. He just been avoiding her. Like, why you mix? Why is that all that is? I don't even know these niggas. These niggas was beneath me, man. I'm not well known my standards. That's foolishness. Whatever you feel, how you feel about it. Oh, man, please just try to set up a line with me with that nigga. And whoever, man, whoever could be there. Let me say this out. And hopefully you can make that happen. But you let me know that's how I feel right now. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna let him know. That's like, come on, man. Don't try to pull me into that foolishness. Yeah, I'm confused too where all that came from. I don't think you just lost his fucking mind out here, bro. I mean, I lost his fucking mind, bro. We talk, man. All right, bro. All right.
So that's what Azie said. He want to have a debate with Dame. A debate one-on-one live. He said whoever else that feel that kind of way, even if Cameron wanted to join in, he could speak his mind about it. Because he been on every interview and he spoke about what happened to him and what he did in the incident and all that. So I hit Dame up. Dame said he don't talk to people that take the stand. I mean, he don't talk to people that was hustling and then told. But this was a word or message to him. So anybody watching this, y'all can share it, and see if Dave will come out of his joint and debate with a man that spoke about what happened. But if you speak on it, then you ain't really talking to a nigga that told you. If you can speak on it, then you know. I figure you could elaborate and let the world know that the man told, and break it down how you want to break it down, and let him break it down back how he break it down and all that. You ain't doing no business with him. You ain't having no fun with him. This is when people tell, if you feel a person tell and the person want to keep going back and forth, then yeah, put them in their place. Check them. That's all I'm saying. You got the floor to check them. And this, got Harlem looking crazy with the unnecessary things that's being displayed out here right now. And it's got other boroughs, they sitting back just chilling and enjoying the show and all that. But you got real thorough niggas out here. I don't know, some of the cats that's on top scared to let other people in. I'm confused with what's going on out here right now. And I got my boy Uncasa. He got a few choice words, so I'm gonna have him coming on the live, because I gotta let him speak his mind. And I'm not gonna speak for him, but I'm gonna let him speak, and then everybody else can take their opinions on what Un got to say, and we can figure it out from there. But this whole movement of what's going on with my bro, I ain't understanding that. And like I said, this ain't here to diss him. This here, I'm pulling Dame Dash coat with this episode that I'm doing right here, and giving the real story so he could have articulated it better, or say, I don't even want to touch on that. For what? I'm just trying to figure what's the next move after that. Like, what we going at with some new projects being put out and things of that nature. What's the benefits of that Cam Capone episode and all that? Like, what's the benefits of it? So y'all know I had to come up here, and cause mad niggas is calling me saying, yo man, I heard your name, man. He said it, but he ain't say that crazy about my name. I'm just saying why he put me in it. And then whoever told you something, why you don't mention their names? Mention everybody's name, man. I'm cool with it. Whoever told you that. And I don't understand how he wouldn't have known already. The world knew about that before Pay the Fool came out. The streets were saying that, and A was saying it himself on other people's platforms. So it ain't like it's nothing new. Like, come on. I can name names of other people too that ain't right. But what I'm getting out of that, man, this platform ain't for that. I don't care about all that. Now, if a person is out of hand, then yeah. Person saying something to me, then yeah, but we can go there. For real, for real. It's my name Golden out here, and I did mines. I was facing 60 and took it to trial. So I ain't never got those problems or worry in the world. But yeah, we gotta keep it 1,000 out here, man. A lot of this stuff is just getting crazy with this back and forth and creating more bickering and wilding against each other in Harlem and like what? Like what? Man, we used to get money. We made sure everybody got money. The lookout kids had big boy money. And I don't mean thousands and thousands, but they was getting the average working person, well, more money than the average working person, should I say. Salary, riding around nice cribs, just looking out. Might have to pitch some time here and there, but they was getting money and they making sure. Then you mess up, they'll put you on punishment for a minute, then they'll bring you back in. But one person, we put him on, then he get right, he put a person on. Everybody was getting money back then. Everybody was putting everybody on, man. I don't see nobody helping nobody in Harlem like that no more, man. All I hear is about dudes crying about it's a mess up in Harlem. Everybody hungry in Harlem. When that ever happened? Because everybody worrying about doing all the wrong, shooting and unaliving each other for all unnecessary stuff. It ain't no room to even try to get no money doing nothing. So I ain't saying for hustling, because there's other ways to get money, but still people ain't even sharing no love with none of that. Put a person on. Like, that ain't cool. That's crazy. I can name plenty of people I done put on up there. Plenty of people that's rocking and rolling and striving right now to this day that I put in position, because that's what we were supposed to do. That's what we was trained to do. That's what we was taught to do, however you want to word it. That's still in the bloodline, man. Straight like that. That's why me and Unique still tight, because that's where we come from. That's why Unique tight with a lot of his other friends, because that's where they come from, man. That's how we knew. So a lot of this new suckery stuff going on, and as soon as I get money, I'm gonna shit on everybody, man. You get money just so you can go and shit on somebody? No, man. Get money so you can take care of your family and live right. Go open a business up, do something, and help your friends get money. Don't worry about getting money to shit on nobody because they was acting funny with you. When you see them, speak to them, and they might need something. I feel a little sorry for him, depending on how they is now. You might be like, nah, that nigga was acting funny, man. Ain't getting that nigga nothing. So I get it. But I'm just saying, don't get money just because you want to get it. Why trying to get money? I'm shit on it, man. Just get money and help everybody out, man. Let's create a whole nother generation of big movement going on, man. It's a lot of other big businesses that can happen. It's bad enough growing up, nobody bought them buildings they were selling for $1 in Harlem. Nobody. Everybody riding around getting money, having fun, enjoying the girls, and that's all it was all about. Nobody bought buildings, man. Now all the white people come in and now they own all the buildings, and now them buildings worth millions. Could have got them for $1. It might have been, you go down there to pay the dollar, you might have certain things to do, and it probably costs a lot of money to fix them up. Nobody wasn't seeing that far. I get it. But it's a mistake that we definitely made, not doing that. Now we got to pay to somebody that come from somewhere else to own the buildings that we grew up around all our life. Papoose and Chris, I gotta give it to them. They bought one building and they used to be in there working on it across the street from my building. Those are two brothers I gotta give those props to. They did buy one of them buildings, man. And they was trying and working every day and every day. But if they had the all the way right process, I don't know what happened and why they didn't get it all the way off the ground. But me thinking that they had the right process to go get the right type of loans, I think they was trying to still utilize their money to do it. If they would have went and got a business plan drawn up the correct way, presented it to the bank probably would have gave them all the right money so a real demolition crew could come in there, construction crew, whatever you want to call it, gut it out right and have it done correctly. But at least they tried. So it might have been some others, I don't know, but I know them two brothers, Chris and Papoose. And Papoose, not Papoose, excuse me, y'all. And Papoose from 145th St. Nicholas right there on that corner. And that's a fact. So yeah. We got things to do, man. We ain't finished, man. Harlem gonna be put back on the map, whether they like it or not. Cause I got a lot of things planned regardless. I got these new movies about to drop. And you know, I'm doing a few movies, they just based off gangster stuff and all that. I'm working with my new team, Terry D Films, and then I got my TMG studio dudes, these some young dudes, real mean camera crew. My boy Hector, my bro Meanie, and you know, a few other cats, man. But we got some stuff coming in the making, man. So they can't stop what's about to happen. We don't need nobody to give us nothing anyway. So we ain't mad at it. I just want my bro to snap back. Dame Dash snap back and shake. Let's get these projects out there. Bickering back and forth with people for what? Let's get these projects out there time, man. So they know who Dame Dash is. Not who he was. Who you are now, up to date. And that's a fact. So I can't tell a man what to do. I could just bring the business, but I can't tell him what to do. But I don't sit around wait for nothing or nobody. I go make moves my damn self. Make sure y'all go check out my movie, A Polished Soul. It's on Tubi, written by my bro Mike Anderson. That's me and his movie. And we got two other partners. But it's a project we put out about his life story. He had life in prison. He was facing the death penalty. He copped out to life, did 17 years, learned how to write scripts, got his degree in college in Fayetteville. Got out and wrote this movie, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And that's out. Go check out the movie 17 Days, wrote by my brother Terry D Films. Got Omar Gooden in there, Cameron Nemesis right now at this point on the rap game. Got Miguel Nunez in there. If y'all don't know him, he played Joanna Man. He played he played in Life, Eddie Murphy movies. Good dude. He in there. So, you know, I played a part, big intricate part in that. You know, I did the little groundwork and stuff like that for that film. But my bro wrote it, directed it. They killed him the first week, 40,000. We ain't gonna get it to what they made after the year. So just know we got these movies coming and we ain't playing. We just shot 2 movies in 2 months and working on the third one as we speak. So yeah, it's called Raw Number. It's coming out next. I got the soundtrack for that. I got Jim Jones, Davies, Votto, Pastor Troy, Rich Homie Quan, God bless him, with my female artists in BWA. I got Luke Nasty. Yeah, I got the soundtrack coming. It's being distributed on Empire. Thanks to my brother Wile Coyote. So we ain't playing, man. We ain't pressed for none of that, man. We make moves over here. We ain't got to do all that extra stuff. But like I said, I want my brother Dave Dash to get back in position. I just wanted to pull his coat on this thing that he was talking about today with A. and all that, and give him how, you know, it all went down. And still, at his standpoint, if that's how he's standing, I don't got no problem with that. I respect that. I'm just saying, why are we even talking about it for? It's all over it. And if it was anybody, what do we keep talking about it for, man? We gotta get busy and put these projects out. It's project time. It's time to show them who Dame Dash really is, man. Stop creating havoc and getting into this bad stigma about yourself right now, man. I ain't really feeling none of that. You got fans that's defending you, and I'm loving that. And then you got people that saying they mad they listened to you growing up. Now I ain't feeling none of that, man. It's like you're losing traction right now. Cause I don't know if your feelings is hurt cause of Cameron, cause that was your little bro. You can't believe he going at you like that. Cam said you was smoking too much. You think that's bothering you? Got people saying you got mental health. It's looking like something like that is going on. And like I said, I'm not saying that to diss him. I'm just saying, man, these are the things that's being said. And I don't like it because I'm always gonna be loyal to my people, man. For real. But, you know, that's what it is, man. Salute to all y'all. I got to slide out. Gotta get me some rest. I got to get up in the morning, things to do. And I appreciate everybody chiming in and all that. Once again, all my knowledgeable people out there, man. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please share this. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button for me, man. And yeah, your boy Big Boosie. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got some more stuff to talk about, man. Salute.